In the western part of the country, Thanksgiving is the first big ski holiday of the year, but a lack of fresh snowfall is smothering some of that excitement. Newsy national correspondent Kat Sandoval is live with us now with how resorts are adapting to the problem. Kat, how are they working around this?
Good afternoon, Lindsay. Well, last year, ski resorts operated at a limited capacity. Now they're back in full swing. But before you hit the slopes, our warming world is making an impact on the sport. A study funded by the EPA predicts U.S. ski areas will have a 50% shorter season by 2050. Here's more.
These are a little nicer boots, though, huh, Ems? How do they feel? When she turned 2, we got her on skis. She really took to it last year, though. It was her first year, really skiing.
The ski season is just ahead. Dreams of the downhill, the perfect powder. It's a $55 billion industry in the U.S. and an estimated 10 million skiers taking to the slopes. But this year, not so fast.
There's not too much snow.
A dry spell hitting Colorado, leaving what should be packed runs. Still waiting for that first big snow dump.
It's been a little bit disappointing on the snow side, definitely.
Only a handful of ski resorts in Colorado are open, and most of those with only 1 or 2 lifts, as they rely on man-made snow. Several resorts like Telluride and Steamboat have pushed their opening days back for a lack of powder.
We're a little light, but it's also early seasons.
Meteorologist Joel Gratz of Open Snow says the early season, at least for the rest of November, is looking bleak.
Potentially, if we all do our snow dances and put our trail maps in the freezer, it looks like it might get stormier starting during the first few days of December.
Anxious skiers are praying for the snow, and at one Colorado ski shop, they've also been spending money ahead of the flakes.
Actually, we're off to a really good start.
Thomas Seabrook has owned Black Diamond Ski and Cycles in Georgetown, Colorado for 12 years. He says there have been more preseason customers this year than any year he's been in business.
I think that just to be out there is wonderful. And like I said, every year it's always early. Early season is pretty much the same.
In Lake Tahoe, near the California-Nevada border, a dry early season forced the Heavenly and North Star Resort to postpone their openings. But now, a welcome snowstorm this week. In Utah, man-made snow allowed a return to some slopes. In Brighton, the warmer weather and lack of flakes delayed the lifts until this week. Now they're ready.
I got up at 3:30 this morning.
Another issue facing ski resorts, COVID. The National Ski Areas Association estimates the industry suffered a $2 billion hit last year as the coronavirus kept skiers away and resorts closed or operated on a limited level. This season, many resorts have taken action, requiring masks, and some ski passes spell out vaccine requirements for inside eating, leaving some customers angry.
I am not okay with this. I do not agree with it, no matter what the situation is.
Lindsay Reeves and her husband have had Epic passes for 3 years, which covers Vail lifts. They're not vaccinated yet and bought the passes not knowing about the rules.
If we were given the option, we might have actually been like, you know what? Okay, we'll have to make do. But because we didn't get the option, it fires me inside.
Vail Resort says this requirement is an important protection to ensure the safety of all skiers on and off the slopes. Aside from environmental issues that impact snow and vaccine requirements, skiers also face higher prices. Supply chain issues are increasing the cost of equipment, and resorts, due to staffing shortages and a dismal year of profit last year, may also increase lift ticket sales to make up for it. Lindsay?
Yeah, Kat, so I went skiing last year and there was mask requirements, and it was kind of nice because it was so cold out. It was nice to have your face covered. But besides that, in your reporting, how have you seen COVID changing the way we ski, or have they changed the resort environment?
Good question. Well, in some ways, the pandemic measures brought out some interesting benefits. Like, for example, there's less time needed in rental and ticket lines and more to-go food options and an increase in dining areas to reduce overcrowding.
Sure. I mean, can't complain about that. All right, Kat Sandoval reporting live from Chicago.